So I want to ask, Impound the hero, kind of how did that come about? What's his origin story? What is the background there?
So Impound is an MMA fighter. And one of the reasons why I picked that is because I think Sacramento has a big MMA culture that isn't highlighted the way I think it should be. You know, I'm a Kings fan, so you know, obviously I'm with all the support of the Sacramento Kings, but you know, we have MMA champions that don't have. There's no billboards about them. There's no like parades, and that's weird to me. You know what I mean? That we do have more than just
multiple champions at that.
Multiple champions. You know what I mean? So not only was it different, but that was part of the reason. And then he got the name because he's a tow truck driver, and the fighter started calling him Impound as a joke while he's trying to fund his fighting career, and then that's how he took that on as like his identity. So that's where Impound came from. But him as a guy, you know, he's a single father, trying to be a role model, and he came from a really hard place. Some people still haven't known I'm releasing a full novel on Impound that's going to be more in depth. But you know, grew up in foster care, has been let down multiple times in his life, and somehow still figured out how to become a decent person, mainly through the birth of his daughter. And he's going to get hit with the biggest challenge of his life, or the hardest time of his life, and it turns into him trying to overcome or find his humanity one more time, like he's done many times in the past. So it's not just a cartoon. It's not just a something for kids. It's something that's really powerful. So it's something I really believe in, you know, and it breaks stereotypes, not only of just him, other characters in his world. You know, we obviously he is a black superhero, but the city of Sacramento is not black or white. It's a very well populated of all diversities and culture, and I try to show that in the books as well. Different characters, like I said, that breaks their own stereotypes of different ethnicity cultures. So it's something dope, man. It's something way more than just a black superhero. You know, it's that and something.
Yes, a human being, multifaceted. It's not just, don't put it just in a box.
Yeah.
You kind of want it to be seen as something that's for everybody and something everybody can see themselves in.
Exactly.
Let me ask you this to that point. Beside not specific stories, I guess, from Impound's background or anything like that, but kind of what are similarities that you see in it yourself that you see in Impound? Or do you try and include any in the writing, or is it kind of just something that you kind of look at as something, a character you're developing, or how do you think that?
It's not so much myself. People ask me that all the time. When I see myself when I look at him because he was illustrated off of my face.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But his journey and his story is nothing. It has nothing to do with me.
Okay.
But it was just where it took me. You know, some of his story came from family members that I've seen have had different struggles in their lives. So I see myself through other people or other people's story because I was present to watch it unfold. But he's not about me. He's not me at all, other than the way he looks.
Okay.
Well, the other thing is, I will say he is named after me. People don't realize that. They don't know that my actual middle name is Anthony. So he's Anthony. His last name is Inslee. That's my grandma's maiden name. So I look at Impound as a cousin of mine or a relative of mine.
Okay, so there's some personal tidbits in there for sure.
Yeah, I care about him the way I would care about a family member.
You can tell just in the impact that it's having, that comes from the top down. So if you didn't care, I don't know how you could get all these people to care.
Exactly.
So we can see it growing organically through that way.
Yeah.
And I think your readers and just the consumers can tell that impact just off the rip.
The relationship that we do have,
Right.
you know. So yeah, there's definitely that. But yeah, that is Impound.